Dave Moretti scores the bout 116-112. Tim Cheatham and David Sutherland both score the bout 115-113. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
But all his idiosyncratic physical and mental training is about. But what you're seeing right there, he's not a matrix. He's flesh, he's blood, he's aspiration.
To me, it's the gentleman he was proven inside that ring, because he could have taken a cheap shot at Devin and at the commission and whatever he wanted to, and he chose to take the high road. And that just goes to show who Vasily Lomachenko is. He knew that it wasn't the right time for him to speak about.
I'll tell you this, I will never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
What's going on, y'all? Micah here, and I'm back with another boxing video. And today, I'm giving my recap of the championship fight that went down this past weekend between Lomachenko and Devin Haney. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below, so go ahead and let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. I didn't agree with the decision of Haney winning over Lomachenko. I personally thought that Lomachenko did enough to secure the victory against Haney. It was a very close fight, but as we know in boxing, close fights don't get you the victory when you're the contender, or I guess the challenger in this case. You have to either knock the champion out, knock him down a whole bunch of times, or beat him so badly that nobody can doubt that you won. And even still, you might not secure the victory. But in this case, Lomachenko did not do any of those things. You know, the whole time it was a super back and forth, super competitive, high IQ chess match between the two guys. I initially thought that, you know, like the fix was in for Haney to automatically get a loss. I thought that the judges were just going to come in there and like be like, hey, man, we want Haney to lose. We don't care for black guys. We want the black guys to automatically lose. And even the way the announcers were announcing, you could tell that there was a lot more bias in favor of Lomachenko, because Lomachenko would land a combination, and of course they'd be like, ooh, ah. But then Devin Haney would land something as well, and they would not say anything at all, and I could definitely see that. But I still think that Lomachenko took the fight. Maybe those guys in the judges' seats were, you know, seeing those little small punches that Devin Haney was landing that nobody was really oohing and ahhing about, and they were taking those into account as well. Well, I mean, because it's, you know, you are a judge, and that's what your job is, to see what other people are not seeing. So maybe that's what happened, but I don't know. Also, we got to say, man, these judges are the same cheap judges that we had in the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. And we saw how they were trying to do all they could to give Ryan Garcia the gimme points, give him the little handouts to keep him in the fight. This time they just kind of did it in a little reverse way. They didn't want Lomachenko to get that W. Maybe they was mad because Joe Biden is sending all them billions to Ukraine. They was like, yeah, we're going to show you. We're going to show you that we're not messing with your country. I don't know. Maybe that was it. But I thought that I thought personally that Lomachenko did enough to edge out the victory. But the judges probably are going by that same criteria that I just was talking about, where they say you have to really, really, really beat down the champ or knock him out in order to secure the victory. I think that a lot of boxing fights tend to go that way, man. Unfortunately, man, when a guy is the champion, they don't want him to just give his belts up so easily. Maybe they're trying to get a trilogy, who knows? But it just seems like they just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty much what happened right here. I say in the beginning of the fight, Devin Haney did pretty well. He was backing up Lomachenko. Although Lomachenko was landing a few different shots of his own, a few combinations of his own, like I said, it wasn't enough to secure those rounds in the judges' eyes because Haney's the champ. Towards the end, Lomachenko definitely started to step on the gas, and it was clear that he was outboxing Haney, landing those left shots, those straight left hands, those right hooks. He even had Haney hurt a couple times. You definitely could tell he had him hurt. But in the 12th round, Haney came back, and, you know, he secured that last round. I would say that he did enough to edge out the 12th round at least. I think Lomachenko, that was his mistake at the last round, he bagged back a little bit too much. He kind of coasted. Devin Haney then stepped in and, he was way more active than he had been before that in the previous rounds. But another thing I'll probably say that might have affected Lomachenko, although I don't think it did, was that right hook to the body that Devin Haney was consistently landing all night. I thought it was a beautiful right hook to the body. And although it didn't have him like, ooh, hurting it, I think he showed great poise by not showing that it affected him. We all know that body shots are very uncomfortable. And even when they don't lean you over, they do have a little bit of effect on your cardio. Maybe that did something to Lomachenko. I'm sure that Devin Haney was putting some pop on it, even though it might not look like it because we're not in the ring with him, but that maybe have been what happened. As far as, my initial or what I really wanted to happen in the fight, I wanted Haney to win. And that was because I thought there was a lot of racism surrounding this fight, low-key and high-key. And we know that boxing is pretty much who can beat the black guy. Shout out to TD and Rob, man. Who can beat the black guy? What non-black guy can beat the black guy? And that's pretty much what it seemed like this narrative was looking like, man. Lomachenko's from Ukraine, Azov Battalion, he's coming in there. All the white boys are cheering him on. All the, of course, the Mexican guys are cheering him on. And even when I was watching the fight, I streamed it, I was looking at the comments, and the comments are showing a lot of blatant racism. They're calling Devin Haney a monkey. They're calling him a bit-nosed nigger, all this kind of stuff. And it just made you mad. You want Haney to win just because of that. But then as the fight went on, I saw that Loma was, the guy that, he was the guy that I think should have had the W. And then another thing I'll say about Lomachenko is I actually kind of like the dude a little bit. Like, he seems like a decent guy. It's like these fans, they make fighters seem worse than what they really are. Like Ryan Garcia, I didn't like him because of the way the fans were talking about Gervonta Davis or just black dudes in general. They seem like they're all racist and everything like that. But then when you hear these guys talk or you see them on like the little 24/7 specials, they're actually okay guys. The way that Lomachenko handled that defeat was top tier frame right there. He held frame extremely well. I would have definitely been mad. It would have been all kind of emotional, roast flying out. But he held his own, man. He didn't hold his own, but he held it together. And then at the end, he cried and all that. He was crying hard. And I can understand why he was crying because, you worked so hard and you put all that effort in and you thought that you won and you should have won, but the judges cheated you. And now you got to kind of go back to the drawing board. And you're older, so it's like you don't really have many shots like this, As far as what's going to happen to Devin Haney, I saw that Shakur Stevenson was in the ring looking for him, and Devin Haney was kind of seeming a little scared and whatnot. It was kind of funny. Shakur Stevenson had a bitch-ass outfit on, by the way, man. I didn't like that little Dennis Rodman shirt, man. Shakur, you got to learn how to dress a little bit. And you got to close that gap, too. I'm tired of it. But, yeah, Devin Haney seemed like he was a little scared of Shakur. I think that if they fight, Shakur might go ahead and secure that victory. I'm not sure. If he fights Tank Davis is definitely securing that victory. I think that Tank Davis beats everybody. He has a high boxing IQ, super athletic, and he has the ultimate nullifier, which is the power, and nobody else really has that. All the rest of these guys are just super technical, super high IQ. Tank has all that with athleticism and power. Well, I would say that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson are both highly athletic as well. And I'll give Lomachenko the athletic status too, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with the once you cross that little imaginary line from Eastern to Western Europe, it's like the white boys just get a little different, man. And I gotta say, because Lomachenko was in there looking very athletic. There's another dude, Karen, who fought Boots Ennis. He looked very athletic. His footwork was great. Bivol, just the list goes on, man. Y'all Eastern European white guys are pretty solid with the boxing or the athletics, period, man. I also got a homie from Serbia, and I would say that I have much respect for him as a person and athletically. But yeah, I think that Haney didn't really win. I thought Loma edged it out. I think Devin has slightly been exposed here. I think the judges are a little corrupt. Those are the same sorry judges from the Gervonta Davis fight. And we see what they did here. This time it just happened to be a white dude that they were cheating. But yeah, man, what you guys think about the fight? Who do you think won? Why do you think they won it? And what do you think is going to happen in the future? Who do you think Devin Haney fights next? He says he wants Tank. I think he's going to take a super L if he does. But y'all let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the future. What do you guys want to happen? Do you guys want Lomachenko to come back and get a rematch? Or do you want him to just go and sit his ass down and go retire or go help fight the war in Ukraine? I don't know. Let me know all that down in the comments below. If you watched up to this point, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.